It's odd, you know. I always used to crave coming into my studio rather than working from the studio at home. And now I'm in a studio, I feel like I'm trapped in. I just love being out all the time. Getting into London has just been a well, it's a change. I know we've talked about this before. The way that YouTube and doing what I do now has kind of changed me as a person. I'm not saying I'm the most sociable person at best of times, but if you'd said to me a year ago, certainly 18 months ago, that getting on the train and going to Waterloo would be just a drop of a hat kind of experience, I would have said you're joking. Then, because recently I've just got to Waterloo and got out and walked, but now I've changed that and now I get to Waterloo and I was on the Jubilee line yesterday. Not only that, then I got on the DLR. The DLR is actually really cute. In fact, I've made notes in my paper book here because of things I wanted to mention to you today. The DLR was really cool as well. There was a shot I wanted to go and get over at Poplar yesterday. Just a tunnel. It's up on Instagram, or will be on Instagram tonight. And I've done it in black and white actually. It was a really simple, just leading lines and symmetrical shot, just this literally a sort of glass dome tunnel. But it was just the way that I'm travelling around now, so much more relaxed and at ease and getting around London. It's amazing. I've never known London as well as I do now. And it's been just a revelation. And I get back here and suddenly I feel like I'm trapped and planning the next move. Normally, as you know, when I go, it's for photo shoots to get loads of photos into the library ready to be able to upload on a daily basis. I only took one shot yesterday because yesterday was very much a day for Espresso and shooting their video. Which brings me to a point, yes, the risks of shooting on location. There are all sorts of things that can go wrong because if you don't nail it on the day, then of course it means you haven't got a video. I kept one of the benefits of having the MacBook Neo with me was that I was able to, with an SD card reader, I could take the card out of the camera, load it onto the Mac, and just see basically that it was kind of looking okay, that the white balance was kind of okay, that the colour was okay, and the sound. There was one instance I recorded, and I hadn't fully plugged the microphone inside to re-record that bit. So it's just risks like that. You just. It struck me when I was away, I think, at Battersea last year for the first time with Espresso phone enough that if you don't nail it then, you've got no backup. So my work this afternoon is going to be going through the files. I was pretty much trying to take the files off as I shot them and put them onto the Neo, A, for a backup, and also to know that I had the right files on there. And then I've just got to try and clip it together in a timeline. I think the video, again, is going to be fairly organic, fairly choppy, but that's the sort of style of video I'm trying to make at the moment. I'm trying to make less perfectly polished, if that sounds not too weird, videos here in the studio and get out and use these things. With the MacBook Neo, by the way, it was the battery that really surprised me. It wasn't my day for batteries yesterday because I'm just, again, that was something else I had down, battery anxiety. I can't remember if I mentioned this yesterday or not. I had a battery in the camera when I left home yesterday and I didn't think I'd used the camera much the day before, so I didn't bother checking. On the train, setting the camera up as I normally do, and it said, your battery's out. Okay, I had the spare battery with me, but that meant I had one battery. And I literally just got to the end of recording yesterday and the battery went dead. So all the photos I took for Espresso displays, and I think they're going to be posted on Instagram. They wanted some photos for their library. I had to shoot with the 17 Pro Max. I have that with me purely as a backup camera now. My main phone is a 17E, but I have the Pro Max with me as a backup camera. And I'm really, really glad I did. And the guys at Espresso seem really happy with the photos that I've sent to them today. So that's, I just like keeping them happy. So the reason I'm looking at a phone at the moment is because I'm just waiting for my web support guy to get back to me. I've got problems with WordPress. So the way it works, when I write in Ulysses. Ulysses connects to WordPress, and then WordPress publishes to my website. That's the way that it works. And for some reason today, I can't post through. It's stuck. And I've got a brilliant guy that designed my website who's looking into it now and helping me. At the moment, I've got a story written. It's a story about the Apple event, and I'm just waiting to get that published. Because as soon as it's published, then I can put it onto Mac O'Clock and wait and see when the algorithm changes over there, and see if I get any joy with any boosts. Because I've had one boost this year which did nothing. As I said to you yesterday, I know the writing is dismal at the moment, but I'm still going to be doing it. Also. I couldn't upload in London yesterday because although I was on 5G, it was really, really slow. And I'm guessing that's just because it's so built up around Canary Wharf that I just could not upload. So that's why I had to get home last night, pour myself a glass of wine, and then got busy with the upload from home. And because there's no way that I'm not uploading. And even though it's the Easter weekend, I will be in work tomorrow. So there will be a vlog tomorrow and Monday as per normal. Nothing is going to stop us on this. And also, the fun people that you get to meet when you're in London. I was sitting having lunch yesterday. I know that's where I recorded the vlog yesterday. I know I just had that epic all-day breakfast. It was absolutely chuffing marvellous. And I saw this couple come out, a woman and a man come out, and they went over and they were smoking somewhere over and having a drink. I was recording a vlog, and then I walked out of the restaurant, and I think I was walking over to the DLR actually to go to Poplar, and they just began chatting to me, and said, "Were you live just then?" And I said, "No, I was just recording something." I said, "You just looked really at home with the camera," and I said, "Well, that's a huge compliment to pay me. Thank you." Got talking to him. She was in the financial world, obviously in Canary Wharf, and he was a dancer. He dances at the moment. The show is in his Devil Wears Prada. Which I know is on somewhere on Tottenham Court Road, I think. It's just great, the people you get to talk to. I talked to some great people over at Poplar on the DLR station there when I was waiting to come back to Canary Wharf. And also, there was you'll see it in the video at some point when I've got it clipped together, there was a part where I'm sitting on a fence kind of just working, and there was a bunch of girls just come out of a bar that were off for a party night, and I just grabbed one and I said, "Would you mind recording me? Because I've got to get this done and I just need somebody to hold the camera for me." So yeah, it was another great day in London. It really was. I just feel so trapped now when I'm here, and that's the change of me, that I'm looking out the window now and there's a touch of blue sky. I couldn't have left it to today, because if I'd left it today and the weather was bad, it would have been, I would have had nothing in the bank. And also, I need to be editing today and Friday. Now, I just hope that Espresso liked the way I've gone about their video, because although it's a dedicated video, I felt if I made it just about the displays, it might not perform very well. But what I'm going to do is piggyback it onto the MacBook Neo. So kind of make it a MacBook Neo video, because I think that will get clicks. And then halfway through, I transition to talking about displays. I'm really hoping that they kind of see what I'm trying to do is for their benefit, that I'm trying to get more clicks for their displays. I do love their displays, I really do. I've got one sitting on the desk in front of me now, the 15-inch Pro, I've got the 17-inch Pro at home, and I was carrying two portable displays around London yesterday because I had to show the orange one and the green one. So my luggage was heavy yesterday. I need to get on top of trying to pack a lighter camera bag as well. I know yesterday was a little bit unusual because I knew I had to take the tripod with me, but it just seems to weigh a lot. I need to work out ways of making my day that little bit easier. But I just really enjoyed it. So I don't know when I'm going to get back into London next for shooting. I've got some other shots looked out, and I know I've got some other shots over kind of around the DLR area as well. There's a bridge I seem to recall that I'd seen somewhere that's going to look good. And then I want to get back into around the Gherkin and around Bishopsgate, around there. There were some other shots I wanted to do there. That might be the next time I go back, actually, because that is very much just walkable from Waterloo. But I've just posted that story, as I said, about the one about the Apple event, and I was just rereading it. I mean, you know me, it's not parrot fashion from the video. I just used the video as a guideline. But I hope that'll be an interesting story. Now, it'd be interesting to see whether the Medium pick up on that, because that's more of a lifestyle story. So it's not purely tech. So it'll be interesting to see if I break my boost duck there. And I haven't heard back from the Apple girls either. So I'm going to sit tight on that. I'm not going to hassle them and be a pain in the arse. I'm just going to sit tight. And if I haven't heard anything nearer to May, when WWDC's looming, then I'll get back in touch with them and see if I can get into an actual Apple event. I'm just anxiously waiting for my guy from the website to get back to me to see if, we need to check credentials in a minute, so I'll be doing that in a second. That is a bit of an issue for me right now. He's good though, so I'm sure he'll sort it out. So yeah, my afternoon is just basically hoping I've got the right story told in the video. I had to record the very last bit of the video on the iPhone because not only was it the battery on the camera that went dead yesterday, but the battery on the MacBook went dead as well. When I got back home, I think it was down to about 4%, and that did surprise me. Again, I didn't leave home with it fully topped up, but it had about 60% on. I was doing not a lot. I did a little bit of lightroom work on the train. I was proofreading the story on the train, and then I was just transferring files from the camera over to it, and it just died. Now again, whether it just needs to sort of have a couple of charging cycles, and in fairness, I hadn't charged it after I took it out of the box and did all the installs and everything. But I'll be keeping an eye on how the battery performs. It is fully charged up behind me now. There's a couple more updates still on it this morning. But I guess I'll definitely will be doing more videos of that over the next couple of weeks after I've had a chance to really use it. Because clearly at the moment I haven't had a chance to properly use it. And it feels just like a MacBook Air, if I'm honest with you, with a slightly downgraded trackpad. Although the trackpad actually was better than I thought it'd be. And the other thing I didn't like was there was no backlit keyboard. But it's very much first impressions. So, I think that was the stories. I just wanted to talk about fun people that you meet in London, how I feel trapped when I'm in the studio, and the issues I'm having with WordPress. That's my life today. Hopefully, by the time I speak to you tomorrow, I will have found that I have got all the clips that I need to make the story come right. And also, when you're out, you have to shoot your thumbnail shots as well. So, again, I took quite a lot of thumbnail shots towards the end of the day, with the Pro Max, just of the MacBook Neo, kind of with a London vibe background to it, just to make it look a bit urban and gritty. So there you go, that's the day, that's how it's going down. It's almost going to be lunchtime soon as well. Cheese and ham sandwiches is what it's going to be today, and just an afternoon of editing. Anyway, I will speak to you tomorrow. And that video is still growing, by the way. I think it's approaching 350 or 400 views now. Let's hope that's the one that makes the channel, eh? Let's hope. I'm enjoying doing these. I'll speak to you tomorrow. Cheers, bye.